Well, good morning everybody. Happy Tuesday and welcome back to Driving in the Tropics. So this is the week challenge that we're going to try and make $2,000 on. And we're ready to start. The time now is 8:20 AM. We're just logging on now. And then we'll see what happens. So today's temperature at the moment is 27 Celsius. And humidity is around about, oh, we've got a job, about X. So let's see where we're going. We're heading to Mount Sheridan, 3.7 kilometers, 5 minutes away. And the way bill is $13.60, so I'll get around about $9 something. So we'll go and grab it, start of the day, straight away, we're off and running, let's do this. So we're going to turn left up here at Roberts Road, and that'll be us leaving the area of Bentley Park. And then around about 25-30 metres ahead there's another set of traffic lights where we're going to be turning right, and we'll be heading into the area of Mount Sheridan where the client is waiting to be picked up, and we're roughly 3 minutes away. So once again, I just want to thank everybody that's joined the channel last week and viewed the videos. It is really from the bottom of my heart, I can't say thank you enough. It was a blessing to see how many people actually watched the channel. So thank you guys to one and every one of you for looking in and helping us start this journey together. So here we are at Roberts Road Junction. And you can see ahead the next set of traffic lights will be turning right into Mount Sheridan. A lot of traffic this morning, everybody's starting to go to work. Holidays are finished, schools are back to our normal working day life here in the tropics. bit of roadworks ahead, but we should get through that okay this time in the morning. Looks like we're just setting up, getting ready. Looks like they're going to fix some potholes. About time. We get washed out quite a bit sometimes. You just got to watch what you're doing. Alright guys, so obviously I can't video the transfer that we're about to do, so I'm going to see you on the other side once the trip's completed. Let's do this. There you go guys, that's the first trip this morning completed. $13.98 and I got paid $11.56, so that's actually not too bad. It was only a 4.5 kilometre trip and it was around about 7-minute drive, and I got paid $11.56 for it. Now I've got a second job through. Both of them are Uber X, and I'm now heading to the back end of Edmonton, which is 5 minutes, 3.4 kilometres away. So we'll grab these guys, drop them off, and then we'll see what else we can get. Now I've had a telephone call from the Alamanda Hotel in Palm Cove. That's one of our hotels that we do private transfers for, and they've actually got a lady and her husband that has to get back to Melbourne for a family emergency. So we'll be picking them up around about 9:45. Now Palm Cove from here is about a 45-50 minute drive, and it's probably roughly 35-40 kilometres away, and we're heading north, real due north. So we'll have to go up the Bruce Highway from Edmonton, and then right round the Ring Road onto Sheridan Street, right down onto Captain Cook Highway, and that'll take us to Palm Cove. So I'll show you a little bit of Palm Cove when we get up there. So at the moment guys, I'm going to say hurrah. I'm going to pick this lovely person up, this next client of ours, drop them off. Now the way bill again is around about $14, so if I get another $11.50 for that one, I'll be really happy. It'll be a good start to the morning. But let's keep going, let's do this. So welcome back to you all. That's the second Uber X job complete. Now strange how the app works, yeah. People on other channels complain about the algorithm, but I'll give you an indication of this one. So we picked up the top end of Edmonton and we dropped off at the top end of Bentley Park. Now distance to pick up was roughly the same as the first job. The second job to complete was 1 minute quicker, but around about 300 metres longer. So you reckon I get paid about the same, around about $11.39. I get paid $9.38. So we're in a total of $22 over $300 a day. You do the maths guys, doesn't work out, does it? Now it's interesting, this fella that I picked up, first time Uber ever, he thought I'd done it for him. Got broken into last night and get his car stolen and all the rest of it, but that's a different story. Yeah. He asked me a question, and the question was, how do you survive up here in Cairns driving for Uber? Well, we've got a bit of time, yeah? So I'm going to tell you all about it. I started my journey with Uber, according to the app says 9.9 years. That is wrong. I worked it out last night. I started on the 5th of August 2017. Yeah, so it'll be 9 years this August. I've done over 25,000 trips. I'm 4.99. I'll show you all this later. I'm 4.99. My acceptance rates are around about 80%. Yeah, because I don't accept every single job. And my cancellation rate is at 1%. I've cancelled one job in the last 100. They work off 100 here. So your rating system is very, very unique. If someone gives you a bad rating, yeah, they're supposed to put a comment in why, but they don't. And Uber up here doesn't really worry about the ratings because we're a tourist city and they need as many drivers on the rank as possible. Now, for me to get a bad rating of someone, say it was that gentleman there, he just didn't like the ride, and he gives me a 4-star, a 3, a 2 or a 1. I've got to do 500 5-star rides. That's people pushing 5 stars on their app. 500 to get out of that 1 point. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah. But anyway, we're going off the road here. He asked, why are you doing Uber in Cairns? Is it beneficial to you? Do you make money? Yeah. What are people like in the car? Etc. 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 So I've been with them for nearly 9 years in August, as I said. I'm in my 3rd car. My first car was a Mitsubishi ASX, which is a nice little 4-cylinder, cheap to run. And then I ramped it up to a brand new 2018 Toyota Camry Hybrid. And then I changed that to this, which is a 2025 top of the range Kia GT Line Sorento 7-seater. So as you can see, the cars are getting better, more pricier, and if I wasn't earning off Uber, I couldn't do that. But Uber is, to a lot of people up here, it's a gig economy, as most bloggers will tell you, but we're different up here. I just don't know how to explain it. We're just like the taxis. Yeah? We have a government-run public transport system called TransLink, which we are all have to be authorised through to drive Uber, taxis or buses or whatever, limousines, yeah, charter buses, shuttle buses. We all need to go through TransLink. So we're all working out the one Department of Transport. And yeah, the app, our app's probably different from everybody else's too. Every app is different in every city, in every state. Yeah, it must cost Uber an absolute fortune to run, but our app works really, really well. And because we have a consistent flow, yeah, of traffic coming through Uber, you can make your money. Some days are longer than others, but I normally, after 8 to 10 hours, have my money that I need, yeah, to take home so that I can make sure that my family are comfortable. So I vary from locals to tourists in any given day. I'm how can I put it? During the week, in a previous video I told you, I don't travel any more than 10 minutes, which is around about 6.5, 7 kilometres. And then on the weekends, I don't travel any more than 6 minutes, which is around about 3.5 kilometres. I don't need to. Normally there's an abundance of work out there, yeah, to pick up. So if you're living in the tropics of North Queensland and Cairns, and you're looking for part-time money, or you're looking for a full-time employment job that still pays, Uber could be the way. Now, I've got taxes to pay, I've got GST, good service tax to pay, yeah, and the car, I bought the car for just around about $70,000 over 5 years. And I'm paying back roughly $1,200 a month. Yeah. Now I bought my car from Pacific Toyota in Cairns, which I've got a business account with, so I let them know about 6 months prior to bringing the car in, swapping it over for a new one. and they go looking for the type of car that I want. Now, this car, believe it or not, is second hand. The person that had it before me was it was a company down in Brisbane, and it was owned by Queensland government, and they reckoned that they decided that they were going to change half the fleet to electric, and they only had the car for 3 weeks and get rid of it. So I got it for a song. Yeah, I got it cheap. I really did. I got a really good deal on it. I only had 12,000 Ks, and it's diesel, so it takes about $100 to fill the tank, and I got 1,000 Ks for that. But when you work out my expenses to my overheads, yeah, I've got roughly, well, let's work it out, yeah, $1,200 a month for the car, $350 a month for my business insurance to run rideshare and private transfers and transit liability. So if anyone gets injured, they get paid out handsomely. I think it's around 25 million I'm up to. So that's okay. And then you get fuel. My fuel roughly, I reckon, is about $200 a week. Yes, that's another 800 a month. So now we're up to 3,500. Yeah, and then obviously household. Yeah, mortgage is $550 a week. There's another 2,200 a month. Groceries, I've still got 3 kids at home, so groceries are running about probably 350, 400. Electricity for the house is probably 170 a week, because it's a bit high at the moment because there's aircon, because it's so warm outside. Yeah. And then you're looking after that, you're looking at consumables, everyday occurrence, so you're probably adding another 250 a week for that. Yeah. You want to go out for a meal, another $100, maybe 200, depending how many's been out. So when you add it all up, yeah, you're looking roughly between 4,500, maybe 5,000. We'll say 5,000, yeah, a month that I've got to pay out. Now, my oldest daughter that stays with us, she's a flight hostie with cabin crew with Qantas Link, and obviously she pays mum rent. Yeah, and my second son, he's just started work, so he pays mum rent. And then we get family tax benefit B for our youngest, because she's only 10. So that's roughly 500 a fortnight, so 250 a week. By the time you add that up and take it away from the 5,000, yeah, we're down to around about 4,200. So I've got to make 4,200 and pay that off to the wife to pay all the bills before we've actually got money in our pockets. Yeah. So an average week for me, yeah, is at the moment 5 days, soon to become 6, because we're coming back into a little bit of busy time for the private transfers as well as Uber. So we're probably looking around, at the moment, 1,800 to 2,000 a week that I want to do. That's why we're doing this challenge this week, just to see if it's there. If I can earn 2,000 a week, 8,000 a month, that's 96,000 a year here in Cairns. Yeah, and yeah, if I can do 8,000 a week, take that 4,200 off it, it leaves us with what? 4,800 in our pocket that we can actually save, and that's our holidays, spending money if the wife needs to go out with friends, all the usual stuff you do. Now, human beings are habit. I like to say habit because day in and day out we all do the same things, don't we? We get tired, we go home, we don't want to cook, so we get taken, you know, taken to another $80, $100 because there's 5 of us, maybe more. You don't add that into your weekly takings, but it soon devours, you know, you know, bread, milk every day, 20-30 bucks. Your money soon dwindles away. You just, but you've got to survive. You've got to be realistic, you know, and do things. So what I do is $25 every single week I put away. I don't touch it. Yeah, it doesn't sound a lot. It doesn't sound a lot at all, but it's $1,200 at the end of the year, and that can pay for kids' presents, birthdays, anything miscellaneous that happens, that you've got that little bit of cash behind you that you can put away. Now, I run my business because I'm a contractor to Uber and a contractor to Zoom FNQ for the private work, and I pay my outstanding bills, yeah, the insurance, the car payments, yeah, I pay that outright, direct debit, yeah, but everything else for the business, and this, I don't know if anyone else out there does it, so if you do, leave me a comment and I'll get back to you, but I use Afterpay, and Afterpay, I've got a limit of $1,500, and that's more than I'm going to use over a month. Yeah. So if I went into Ampo or one of the petrol stations that use Afterpay, and I fill the tank up, and I'm short of cash, I only pay 25% of what I actually use. So if it's $120 of fuel that I get for the car for the next couple of days, once I use Afterpay, it's only $30. So it's only $30. Then every fortnight you pay another 30, another 30, another 30. Yeah. If you use it wisely, it only costs you $9 a month, by the way. So there's no interest added to it, there's no nothing. It's just a baseline. I pay an account $9 to use Afterpay, and they give me $1,500 of their money to use, basically. Yeah? And I don't pay any interest at whatsoever. So if I owe them $1,000, I owe them $1,000, and then they take a $9.90 or something out of the bank every month to cover the account. But they have millions upon millions, yeah, of clients, accounts. So excuse me. So there you go. That's how that works. You know. So we're just at Kenny Street, and we've just went right down the Cook Highway, Bruce Highway, sorry, onto Southern Access, and then we're just down the ring road down onto Sheridan, and then we'll head on to Captain Cook Highway, and that'll take us all the way to where we need to go. So please, if you have any comments about anything up here in Cairns and far north Queensland, the tropics, anything to do with anything at all, from the rainforest to the barrier reef, yeah, to how easy is it to live here, how much does it cost to live here, yeah, just send me a comment and I'll get back to you. I answer every comment that I get, so if you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't need to. But it'd be nice to hear from you. As I said, the first week's just passed in the channel and it's been amazing. Absolutely wonderful. So something's happening, because that's the third police car that's just drove past us in a matter of 10-15 seconds. So yeah guys, we're going to sign off here. I'm going to get a quick pit stop, need to get a bottle of water, got a dry throat, and then we'll head up to Palm Cove and then we'll switch it back on as we drive into Palm Cove so you can have a look at Allamanda Resort. We'll pick a couple up and take them back to the airport so they can head back to Melbourne. So all the besties, and I'll see you all again real soon. Let's do this. Welcome back everybody. We've now driven, we're on the Cook Highway and we're in the Northern Beaches. So we've got a 9:45 private hire pickup at the Allamanda Resort in Palm Cove. And we're roughly 5 minutes away, so we're on time. Traffic was a bit heavy coming up, but we got there in the end. There's just a lay-by 2 minutes up here at a bus stop. I need to pull over, take down the Uber stickers and put up the Zoom FNQ logos along with the Queensland Authority. So we'll do that together once we get up here. On time for it. Like I said, this job pays $100 and I get paid $85. Zoom FAQ takes a $15 booking fee. So if I was already up here, saying doing Uber, and a job came in, it'd be a half an hour trip for $85. Now if I was doing this for Uber would be charging the client around about $53, $54, and I'd be getting it between 35 and 39. So it's basically double and more than what I'm going to get. So this lay-by coming up next to this bus stop, I'm just going to pull over and we're going to get out and we're going to change the logos over. Let's do this. Handbrake on, park on, boot opened. Let's go everybody. So here we are. Beautiful Palm Cove. So we're going to open this up. First of all, we'll take the Uber sticker down. Get that in there. Out the way. And we're going to get the plate number. And we're going to get the Zoom sticker. So Zoom goes in here. I'll just put it in the plug so it's in. There we go, Zoom sticker's in. Watch as the tailgate goes down. There is the Zoom sticker. And then we put on our Queensland authorised operator's number to let people know that we're now doing a private transfer and not Uber. So that goes there. And then we go in the front. Open up the glove box. And we take down the Uber sticker and put it away. So Uber is now finished for the morning until we get back to the airport. So I'm back in the car, everyone. And now we're heading to the Allamanda. Now Palm Cove Beach is probably one of the most prominent beaches up here in the Northern Beaches. And we do a lot of tourism up here. A lot. So I'd probably say Palm Cove Beach is probably 2 kilometres in length, and it's basically meters off the Esplanade to the hotel resorts all the way along. Obviously we're just going to the very start of the Esplanade to the Allamanda. Now we roughly on the high season we'll do between 60 and 100 transfers a month, and the low season between 20 and 50. So they do get a lot of traffic, they do get a lot of customers. So we're going to take a right here, and that's going to take us onto a road called Vivers Road, V-E-I-E-R-S, Vivers. This is a 50-kilometre road because we're now in a built-up area. Another Uber driving on the wrong side of the road. Well done, mate. Well done indeed. Well, we're nearly there, guys. We're only about a minute away. We're due to pick up at 9:45. The time now is 9:44. So even though we get stuck in all that traffic, we got up here on time, which is good. Good. Yeah. I hope you're enjoying the content, everyone. Like I said, please leave a comment below. Let me know where you are, whether you're driving Uber, private transfers, what city you come from, which country, and we'll have a chat, eh? And once again, if you like the content, subscribe, hit that bell icon notification so you don't miss anything. And please give me the thumbs up, hit that like button, and we'll get this channel growing together. So Alamanda's just on the right hand side, so we're just going to drive in. Here we are, and we're on time for our 9:45 departure. Alright guys, so I'll see yous once we get down to the airport. See you later. Let's do this. So welcome back everybody. Look at the time, it's now 10:24 AM. Our private transfer is complete. A lovely couple of ladies from Melbourne just up for a weekend. So they're now dropped off at Virgin Australia. Time for me to get back out, change the logos back to Uber, and get back on our challenge. Let's do this. So we're at the holding area for Uber, and we have just changed the logos. There you go, Uber's back on. We're sitting at $20.94. We made 10 points for Uber Pro towards our next diamond service. Now we've got till 6 o'clock tonight to make as much as we possibly can, and the time now is 10:31. So let's do this, and we'll keep talking about my history and why I came to Australia. So we're just heading back to town, guys, see if we can pick up another trip, yeah? So I left school in 1986 in Glasgow in Scotland, and joined the British Forces at the age of 15 and a half, and had 12 wonderful years. From that, I ended up in London and started doing a little bit of bus driving for London Transport, and moved on to the private car sector. So I've been doing the private car sector now for the best part of nearly 30 years now. So what I'm doing now is what I've always done. Yeah. But back then, private cars was, we used to call them mini cars, and we'd work out of back lanes, little depots, probably 10-15 cars in each depot. Yeah, we just drive around, do what we're doing just now, picking up and dropping off and taking cash. It was all cash back in the day, and then Uber came in, realised the whole platform of rideshare, and yeah, now Uber's it. Yeah. Now we don't have Lyft in Australia, but we do have several other rideshare companies from all over the world, and here in Cairns we have ourselves, Uber, and Didi from China. There's not many cars do Didi, trust me. There's a few cars out there with it on, but also do Uber. They do both platforms, they have two different phones, both connections, so yeah. But I left the UK, I left London Heathrow on a balmy cold September night. I think it was September the 5th, 2005. And I arrived 24 hours later into Cairns, and it was a balmy 38. It was It was crazy. I went from one sublime coldness to tropical warmth that just melted your shoes on the tarmac. But anyway, that's all good there. So we got here and settled in for a couple of months, looked around the area, and I started driving for a company called Tropic Wings, which was a local tourist company that shuttled big massive groups. Back then it was mostly Chinese, Japanese. They would shuttle them around, take them up to the rainforest, take them to the Daintree, take them here, take them there, take them everywhere. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So from that, I got an executive job with one of the local logistic companies in Cairns as a depot manager. It wasn't a very big depot, it was only a half a dozen trucks and 10 staff, but we done really well out of it up here. It was a new company that was just starting out, and they've moved on and done better things. And I just decided that when the time came to jump ship, if Uber ever came to Cairns, that's what I'd do. Work for myself, don't worry about anything, just take each day as it comes, instead of being in an executive position where you're on call 24/7, 7 days a week, out driving, working back, doing reports. I enjoyed it, good money, but money's not the end all and be all, is it? Happiness is the end all and be all. And when Uber came in March 2017, I had 6 months of my contract left with the logistics company. So it gave me a chance to do my homework, check it out, make sure it was running alright, make sure the people that were doing it were making a bit of carrying. And yeah, just kept my eye open. And then when the time came, I bought the Mitsubishi ASX and away I went. And I've been doing it every day since. So yeah, it's a beautiful city. If you haven't been here, it's worth a try to come and have a look. Call me up, we'll go for a coffee. I'll take you around the place, just show you how beautiful we are. So the Uber network at the moment, guys, is saying they're looking, but it's paused, so I don't know what's going on there. Something wrong with the network, so I need to have a look at that. So we're back in the CDV area, so I'll go have a look at this other phone and see what's going on with it. And if we can't fix it, we'll just have to use this phone for the day. So I'll get back to you real soon, guys and girls. Let's do this. So the Uber network is back, thank God, and we're at our favourite coffee spot, getting our skinny large latte for the morning. Now it's 10:55. We are now going to resume Uber. That is done, and now we're just waiting for a job. Come on, trip number 3. Let's do this. So we've just accepted our third trip of the day. It's at DFO, which is just 1 minute across the road. Still waiting for the coffee. That should be here any minute. And it's a minimum trip. It's at Uber X. So I'll pay about $10.23 for the way bill. And the driver, myself, will get around at $7.50-ish. So let's do this, and we'll talk about the trip once it's done. So there you go, trip number 3 complete. The time is 11:07. Minimum trip, paid $7.23. We're up to a whopping $28.17. Woo! That's alright, we'll get there. I'm determined $2,000 before Sunday night's finish. So our week obviously starts on a Monday to a Sunday. Our daytime is from 4 AM 23:59 AM and 59 seconds, and then it resets to the next day. So that's how you know exactly how much you've been making each day. Yeah? So we've only made $70 yesterday because I had an issue at home, and today we made 28, so we've just hit the $100 marker. So we've only got another 1900 to go, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So we just dropped off in Manunda, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn right on English Street up to Anderson Road, past Brothers Leagues Club, sorry, and then we'll head up to Mulgrave Road from there. So stay with us, let's do this. Just leaving English Street now and going on to Anderson Road. We're going to take a left here. And that will take us up to the roundabout where we take a left onto Peace Street. And then we'll follow Peace Street onto Macomb. And then turn right onto Mulgrave Road, and that's us back on our usual lap. So we'll just keep going, guys, see how it goes. So far today, so far for the week, we've been online for 3 hours 31 minutes. We've been active for 2 and we made $91. So that's $45 an hour. That's probably $10 less than what I normally make on a normal working day. So let's say we can keep that $45 an hour up. That'd be lovely. So from that $45 an hour, yeah, by my wear and tear, I'd be taking home roughly 29 bucks from that, $16 with my wear and tear per hour. That's everything. That's my fuel, my tyres, my servicing, my registration, my insurance, and general wear and tear of the car. So we'll keep going and we'll try and find our next job. Let's do this. Well, I've just accepted trip number 4 of the day, everybody. And we're heading to Butt Street in Manunda. It's 2 minutes away. It's 1.5 kilometres in duration. And it's on Uber X. So let's go and get them. See where it takes us. Let's do this. So that's trip number 4 complete. Lovely young lady. Picked up at Manunda. And you guessed it. Yeah, back at the airport. Domestic terminal. She's heading to Brisbane via Qantas. So we've got a boom gate as we drive into domestic at the VIP drop off, and we'll head in as a commercial vehicle, and it costs us $2.50. That's cheap compared to some cities. Yeah, I believe down in London it's £7 or £10. That's crazy. But anyway, that $2.50 gets reimbursed to us through the trip. So that trip there, I get paid. We just got a job in. So we're heading round to Jetstar at domestic arrivals. So that job we've just done paid $13.82 and puts us up to $41.99. So basically we're just in a big massive loop out of departures and into arrivals in exactly 2 minutes and 1 kilometre. There's no straight path, it's all round in circles. Let's have a look. say cheerio to departures. And let's say hello to arrivals. So we're picking up, by the looks of it, a young lady. The way bill is $23, take $2.50 off that for the barrier. So it's $21 or $20.50. And that $20.50, I'll get 72.5% of that fare. That's how we do it in Cairns. So let's do this. Here we go. We're heading into arrivals now. Got a taxi driver stuck here. Scared to go in, mate. So here we are, heading into arrivals. Alright guys, get back to you as soon as the trip is finished. Let's do this. Not too bad everybody, trip number 5 finished. Domestic airport to Spence Street to the Jack Backpackers, $18.95, and that puts us on $60.94. So like I said, we're on Spence Street at the moment, so what I'm going to do is we're going to go for a drive along to the end of this street to the Reef Fleet Terminal. Let's do this. So here we are everybody, driving into the Reef Fleet Terminal. This is where we come in the morning and drop everyone off that's going to the Barrier Reef. It's a lovely area, it really is. It's a nice spot. So we're just going to head in through the no entry because we can, because we're a commercial vehicle, and then we'll have a look at the Reef Fleet Terminal. So we're just going to park up here on the left, and as you can see that's the waterfront, that's where the boats are, and that's the Reef Fleet Terminal, and that's where everybody comes. That's the reason why we get so many people through Cairns Airport. Yeah. So everybody that comes through Cairns Airport goes to the Barrier Reef. Is that not just absolutely glorious? Lovely. So far this week everybody, we've done 4 hours 22 online, we've been driving active for 2 hours and 25, so that means for nearly 2 hours we've had no one online. And we've made $124.25. There you go guys. That's what we're on at the moment. Very slow, hopefully it'll pick up. Just the start of the week, so let's see what we can do. We'll give it another couple of minutes, see if we get something from the local hotels around here. If not, we'll start doing our usual lap around the suburbs. Let's do this. Just received another phone call everybody, and it's from Get E-Transfers from the UK, another one of our travel agents. And I've asked if we can pick up an elderly person. But job came through. Let's grab that first of all from Uber. So 1:10 we're going to go to Crystalbrook Bailey, which is one of our 5-star hotels here in Cairns, and we're going to take them to Virgin Assistance at Domestic Airport, just one person, and that pays $75. So on transfers today we've done 1 hour and 20 minutes and made $160. That's how easy the transfers are up here. It's only a 10-minute drive from the airport to the city and vice versa. But this time we're heading to the Hilton. Let's pick them up and see where they're going. It's an Uber X, 2 minutes away, 0.6 of a kilometre. Let's do this. So another trip completed guys. I paid $10.67 and we basically went from the city centre at Abbott Street to the Cairns Botanical Gardens. The gardens itself has roughly 60 different gardens from all over the world, maintained by the Cairns Regional Council, and is open from 7:30 AM till 5:30, 7 days a week. Worth a look. So let's keep going, let's do this. I've just been asked what type of vehicle do I use driving for Uber in the private transfer sector as well. The car I've got for this year, yeah, I change a lot, but the car I've got for this year is a registered 2025 Kia Sorento GT line executive car. So plenty of space for people to sit, it's comfortable, yeah, and value of the car's 68,000 brand new, and I got it for 54,000 because it was 6 months old and it was owned by Queensland Government down in Brisbane, and they decided that they were going to go electric, so they got rid of it. I think I said that previously this morning at the start of the video. So yeah, that's the type of car we've got. So we're sitting on $71 for Uber and $160 so far for the transfers, including the one this afternoon I'm doing. So we're looking for $300 a day, guys, $2,000 by Sunday night. Let's keep going and let's do this. There you go, everybody, we've done trip number 6 for today, 7:23 minimum trip. We picked up at Brothers Leagues Club and went to Manunda, so it was under 1.5 kilometres drive time. It was around about 3 minutes. So 3 minutes for 1.5 kilometres and getting paid $7.23 is pretty good. It's pretty good. But we just got to make sure that we can hit that golden target of 300. Now at the moment we're sitting on 78.84 and we've actually done 7 trips. So I'm about to get $160 odd coming through. So that'll put us on $260 for the day. So generally speaking we're looking for 40 bucks. But we're going to keep going as far as we can go today and try and get it up as much as possible in case we have a quieter day during the rest of the week. So I'm going to sign off now because we've got another private transfer, so I need to change the logos, pick this person up and take her to the domestic. So once that's done I'll get back to you and let you know how it went. Let's do this. I'm back. That job went pretty well from the Bailey to the airport. Yeah, it was an insurance job, travel insurance job for a company called GetE, and yeah, we picked up a fella. He was over from Denmark in a tour group and he was down at the Sydney Harbour Bridge 5 days ago and fell and done a bit of damage to himself. So he couldn't stand it anymore, so he went to the hospital here, and the insurance company now is sending him home early so that he can go and get looked at back in his own home country. So he's travelling from Cairns to Brisbane, Brisbane to Dubai, Dubai to Copenhagen, and they're paid at business class. So guys, if you're ever going on holiday, travel insurance sometimes is the best way to go because you just don't know what's going to happen. If you're going to travel halfway around the world, you're better having it than not having it. So we're going to head up Mulgrave Road straight ahead, and Uber's back on. We're sitting on $78.84. Let's do this. One of our tour buses just drove past for the Chinese. He's driving a Chinese Yutong B10, which is a 27 or a 32 seater bus. Now if we're driving buses over here, for that one there you need what's called an MR license, medium rigid. My license is an MC, which means multi-combination, meaning that I can drive a big truck with several trailers on the back up to 120 meters long. They're called road trains, and we don't have them up here. We have what's called B-doubles, which are 2 trailers around about 70 meters in length, and they're broke up into 3 sections. You've got the tractor which you drive in, and then lead A, which is the first trailer, and lead B, which is the second trailer. That's just a little bit of information about the area. So you can see we're ready to drive right up Mulgrave Road on the Bruce Highway. Just leaving the Captain Cook Highway. Let's do this. So it's 1:30, guys, and it's 35 Celsius outside, so double it at 20. So we're around about 80 Fahrenheit, and then we're around about 86% humidity. So 80 Fahrenheit, and then comes around about 92 Fahrenheit. So not as hot as it has been the last couple of days, but when you're sitting in aircon and step outside, you certainly feel it. You certainly do. So once again, guys, if you joined the video halfway through or you're just looking at little bits, please leave a comment. Let me know where you're from, whether you drive for Uber or not. What do you want to see in the tropics? Is there certain things that you like? Beaches? Yeah. Even if you come here, guys, we've got over 700 different bookings of, how you can call it, excursions. Yeah, excursions, from whitewater rafting to abseiling to paragliding to horse riding to beach buggying to surfing to water skiing, or the Barrier Reef, the rainforest, walking treks, food and wine. God, we got everything. Yeah, tell us what you like. Yeah, let me know. Don't forget, every comment I get, I reply to it. So yeah, let me know where you're from, everybody. So I've just heard from our local courier that some of my stuff's coming through, so my microphone, the proper dash cams for the car, it's all nearly here. So hopefully by the end of the week that'll be all set up and I'll make the videos a little bit easier on the eye. Once again, thank you so much for joining us, subscribing, liking and commenting, and hit that notification bell. Couldn't believe we'd done over 8,500 views last week. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, and it's all thank you to you, every single one of you. So let's keep going, let's keep doing this. Driving in the tropics. So we've just picked up our 8th trip of the day. It's another Uber X. And we're heading to Westcourt, Man Street. So I believe it's just around the corner from where we are. So it's 1.5 kilometres away, 3-minute drive. So we just got to do a U-turn up here at the lights. Head north back towards the city. And take a left into Man Street. So let's do this. we're just turning right into Man Street and we're just picking up 20 metres up on the left hand side. That is an Uber X, that is a minimum wage, minimum trip. So let's see. So I'll get back to you once the trip's done, guys. See ya. Let's do this. There you go, another trip completed, another minimum trip. I went 2.2 kilometres and it paid 5.5 minutes. And I get paid, sorry about that, I get paid $7.35, yay! And we got another one in, also 2.5 kilometres away, 4-minute drive, and we're heading to Erival Shopping Centre. Another Uber X, so let's go and see where they're off to, Let's do this. So we're just pulling into the Uber rank at Erival Shopping Centre, and we're going to pick up a young gent and take him to wherever he's going. So once I've picked up and dropped off, guys, I'll get back to you. Let's do this. There you go, another X trip done. Uber X, another minimum trip, another $7.23. Puts on a total of $93.30. One away from the 100 mark. Let's do this. We're going to head back towards the CBD. So welcome back, everyone. We've just hit the $100 mark. Yay! First milestone for today. Shall we have a look? So there you go, $101.99, and the stats are 3:38 online, active 1 hour and 57 minutes where we've been people in the car, 10 trips, 18 points, and we break it down. Had a $5 tip. There you go. So we picked up at one of the subways at the showgrounds on Millgrave Road and brought them back to the Matra Trilogy. So we're about to do a loop round the city. No, we're not. We've 2-minute trip just came in. We're going to accept that. And we're going to head to Woolies and Abbott Street, was right up the top here. So let's go and get them, 2 minutes away. Let's do it. So there you go, everybody. That's trip number 11 complete. I paid $7.75 and I got another job at the airport. So it's only an $18 trip. So I'll only get about $10 or $11 for it. But because I'm only a couple of kilometres away, I might as well do it, eh? Let's go for a drive. Skyrail bus. Takes people out to Skyrail. When I get a job out that way, we'll go and have a look at it. It's the second longest gondola in the world. Owned by the Chambers family, and it's 7.5 kilometres in length. Goes right over the top of the Great Dividing Range to a little village called Kuranda, which somewhere down the line we'll get a trip up to, and you'll be able to see Kuranda village as well. So we're just at the hockey fields. These are international hockey and tennis courts, and we got a lot of sporting cans, a lot. So when the sports season starts up again, you'll be able to see it all. Just remember to follow the channel and you won't miss a beat. So we're heading on to Airport Avenue, back to the airport. Let's do this. end of Lake Street. As you can see the sign in front, Airport Avenue, Cairns Airport. So from the bottom of Airport Avenue to the actual airport domestic terminal itself, it's just under 3 kilometres. According to the app, it said it takes 4 minutes. There you go. This is a 60 kilometre zone. It used to be 80, but they changed it to put a couple of little speed signs up to monitor your speeding or your driving, just to make sure that you do everything controlled. Now, some of the stuff that we haven't spoken about yet is the wildlife. This is crocodile country. We have crocodiles everywhere. You can only see them if you go looking for them. Yeah, you come on holiday, you don't want to go near them, stay away from the riverbanks. Yeah. And we've got 7 of the 10 most poisonous snakes as well. Even though we live in the best part of the world, it's beautiful. It's lovely on the eye. There's things out there that can harm you. But you stay away from them, they stay away from you. They're not interested in you one little bit. The only thing they'll do, if you provoke them, they'll bite. They will bite. Sally sign saying 61. Wasn't doing 61, I'm only doing 60. So the new couple of things happening here at the airport. We've got a new Freightline terminal coming in, just on the left hand side. That's what all these signs are for the trucks that are clearing the landfill, so they can build on it. And just after the sign on the right hand side, we're getting a hotel. Skyhaven, roughly 180 bedrooms. That'll be interesting. I don't know who'll use it, but it'll be interesting. They reckon it's going to make money. And the sign on the right hand side, Fiji Airlines are now flying to America, to Dallas Fort Worth from Cairns, obviously via Fiji. So there we go, we're here, just passing departures, heading to arrivals. So the temperature's dropped a little bit. We're down to 34 Celsius. We're 2:30 in the afternoon, so we're probably about an hour past where the sun's at its highest point. So hopefully it'll start cooling down a little bit. We'll get some people moving. Very unusual for me, everybody, to come to the airport at this time of day. I'd only sit around here if I had a job coming in, but because I was only at the bottom of the airport dropping off in Digger Street, same as driving around the loop again, I thought it'd be a nice drive for us to come back to the airport and see what's happening. These are all Uber cars that are coming out, so it must be a little busy period. Our car's parked up at the Uber ride, but because this is a short trip, the Uber drivers are probably not accepting it. So, welcome back to the arrivals, everyone. So we're going to pick up a young guy and then take him to wherever he needs to go. So let's do this. So welcome back to the channel, everybody. So we picked up a really nice guy from domestic terminal and dropped him off at Cairns Central, and on the way there we got dropped at Cairns Central. They took us to the Benson Hotel to the other side of the city. So we made $15.88 from the airport to Cairns Central and $7.23 from Cairns Central to the Benson Hotel on Grafton Street. So at the moment we're on $132 for 13 trips, $10 a pop. We made 21 points on our Uber Pro to keep our discounts down from different places that we can go to using the Uber app. And it's now 2:53 PM. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the traffic lights, take a left on Spence Street, and we're going to go back to the Reefleet terminal. We're going to have a pit stop there, use the local restrooms that in there because they're nice and clean. Always remember clean toilets, clean restrooms. Yeah, hygiene and well-being is #1 priority for yourself when you're doing a job like this. Eat healthy, drink a lot of water, stay hydrated. But there's a couple of boats due in around about 3 o'clock in about 10 minutes time from the reef. So let's do this. Let's get past this bus, get him out of the way. Let's go to the Reefleet, guys. Enjoy the drive, enjoy the drive. That's what it's all about. You love to drive in the tropics, this is the way to do it. So just quickly put the app on pause. So now the app knows we're on a little rest break. So it'll be 10 minutes and we'll get back on again. Just enough to freshen up. Stretch your legs, restroom, have a wash, get going again. So we've probably got another maybe 3 or 4 hours to go. Let's see, let's see. So just like before, along Spence Street, great driving, eh? Straight out in front of us from New South Wales. If that's the way they drive down there, I wouldn't like to live there, that's for sure. There's Down Under Tours, I used to drive for them a long time ago. Another tourist company. There's large groups. There's the cruise ships, Skyrail, Port Douglas, Pamcol, Cairns City, Airport. Yeah, we can take you all around the country if you want, as long as you get the money. So we're back at the Reefleet terminal. We're back at the domestic Reefleet terminal. So I'll sign off here, guys. Go and use the restroom. I'll talk to you in a bit. Let's do this. Next trip in is a Comfort, guys. We're picking up. Way bill is $25, so I'll get about $18 of that. Let's do this. 1 minute away. So guys, we just dropped off a domestic airport and the alarm's going off. We've just been told that there's a plane, a Propeller Dash 8, that's circling the airport at the moment. Only one of its landing gear has dropped. So they're about to shut the airport for an emergency landing. So the police and the helicopter rescue and all the fireys are out waiting for this plane to circle and drop all its fuel before it gets back in. Hopefully I'll get out on time. I've just picked up another job at the airport. It's got a price sucker of $34. It's rolling into the city, so that's going to help me. Stay tuned about the aeroplane, guys. I've got the radio on and I'm waiting to hear more about it. Once I know, I'll let you know. Let's do this. There you go, we went from the domestic airport back up to Airvo at the back end of Waree, and because of the surge, that was a $47 fare for a 20-minute drive and 18 kilometres. I like it a lot. Now I've just heard that the airport has been closed while they deal with this aeroplane that landed. The emergency services and everything was out. The guy that I just dropped off says that they could see all the emergency services all standing in a row in the runway waiting for the plane to come in. So doesn't normally happen up here, it's big news. So I'll try and avoid the airport for a while and we'll try and do some local work. So we're sitting on $195 now. Let's keep going. Let's do this. So we just got another trip through, guys, on Uber X, and we're heading into the industrial area of Portsmouth at Buchan Street to a mechanical warehouse. We're going to pick up a member of staff and take them home. Let's do this. There you go, that was a lovely family there. We just dropped off from Portsmouth, an industrial area, out to White Rock. Let's have a look to see how much it paid. So Rabbit X, $13.90, $3.54 with the pickup. It's now $4.17 and we're up to nearly $210. $90 to go for today. Let's do this. Welcome back everybody, we've just accepted trip number 17. Starting to flow a little bit better, eh? So we're now heading to Erwell Shopping Centre. 4:30ish. So people are starting to head home from work. This is a $27 way bill, so we'll get about 19 bucks for it. Should put us up to around about $4.25. Till like $2.25, but we've got 150 for those transfers, so that puts us up to around about the 400 mark for today. So if this is heading home, guys, we'll call it quits for today. We're well on our journey to $2,000, but if it's not, we'll keep going till we get one that will take us that way. So I'm only a minute away, so let's pick them up, take them to where they're going, and then we'll talk about the trip afterwards. Let's do this. So guys, an interesting one there. Pulled up to Woolies at Erwell Shopping Centre, sorry. And yeah, very low rating of 4.6. Don't normally take them, but because it was a good fare, I thought I'll do it. And she sent me a message, please cancel. So I just went to the pickup area and I sat there and she looked at me and looked at me and looked at me, and then she cancelled. But because it's over 5 minutes, she needs to pay a cancellation fee. So I made $5.90 for that fare for nothing. So I got another job straight through. It's only a minute away, it's in Marie, and it's not a very expensive job. It's at Uber X, and the way bill is 15 bucks, so I'll get about $11-ish. If that's right, and my maths are correct, then that should take us up to around about $227. Now, don't forget I made $68 yesterday, just on 2 hours off my day off that I was waiting for the wife at the dentist. So that'll take us up to the $300 mark. So then we made 150 off the transfers. That's $4.50 for today. So we're doing alright, but I don't really want to add the transfer money in. We'll just keep doing what we're doing. And see how we go. Let's do this. Keep up the good work everybody. Yeah, so packed up at Marie, 7-minute drive, 5 kilometres along the Bruce, came off at Murgatroyd Road Bridge, round into White Rock, dropped them off, got $10.70, so we're up to $22.25.43. So I think we'll call it quits at $2.50 on the app, guys. It's now 4:41 PM, so we've done roughly 8 hours. So it might take another hour or so to make this all 25 bucks. So we started off slow and we finished off alright. We've done alright. So we'll have a look at the breakdown when the time comes, yeah? Do you ever get a day where you think everybody's out to get you? Some of the driving today has been absolutely horrendous. It really has. Absolutely horrendous. But today's nearly finished, and then we'll go home and upload the video and get it out there for everybody to watch. But we're now heading back on the Bruce Highway, back towards town. Opposite direction from home. Gotta get the money in. Money, money, money. Who doesn't love money, yeah? Alright, I'm going on the highway so I can't really talk. Let's do this. So guys, we've just accepted our next drop, another Uber X, and we're going to Cairns Coconut Caravan Park. Now it's a part of the Big Floor caravan system here in Australia, and this is one of the better caravan parks up here. A lot of people down south use it. So we're either picking up a staff member going home after work, or someone is heading into town, yeah, for early evening dinner. So let's pick them up, see where they're going. Let's see how much money we can make out of them, eh? Let's do this. Now before they built the new part of the Bruce Highway, this used to be a part, or this was the Bruce Highway. So, how things change, eh? How things change. And Cairns has changed amazingly over the last 20 years. The infrastructures get bigger, more people here, bigger population. Yeah. Sometimes it's a bad thing, sometimes it's a good thing. There's another part of the Great Dividing Range that runs right round the city, guys. So we're turning left into the Big Floor Caravan Park. It's now called Engina Holidays Caravan Coconut Resort. And there's the sign, just there. So guys, I'll pick these up and then we'll have a chat once we drop them off. Let's do this. There you go, we picked up at the caravan park, we dropped off at Mount Sheridan Plaza, paid $8.16, that puts us up to $232. Now, between 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock is 7 minutes away, we start getting what's called the rush hour, and for that we get 5 points per trip. Now I might not do it today, but I will do it sometime this week, because it helps towards the Uber Pro marketplace for us. But I'll get 3 months to get it, so, and we're only into the 3rd day. I'm not really bothered. But what we do have, and it's worth a wee look-see, is Telstra have just put in 6 superchargers here in Mount Sheridan Plaza. So if you live in Cairns, or you're up here on holiday, and you want to get yourself charged up, there's not many Tesla chargers here in the area. Yeah. So let's have a look. There you go, guys, Tesla. There's one behind us and 5 in front of us. 6 chargers all together. So these will work really well for people that come up here that want to use them. Excellent. Well done, Tesla. Well done, Tesla. Well done. So the time is now 4:55 PM and I'm nearly home, so I've decided instead of driving all the way back into town, which is 10 kilometres, 15 kilometres to the other side of the city, I'm going to finish the day off here, guys. So let's break it down and have a look what we've done today. So we made a total of 233.59. Online for 6 hours 18, active for 4 hours 15, 18 trips, 26 points. That's not too bad. It's been quiet on me. There you go, not too bad at all. So happy Tuesday to you all. Thanks again for watching. Please comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell and give me the thumbs up. And tomorrow is a new day and we'll do it all again. See you guys. God bless.